The way that we pass on ideas, it's always been oral. The Midnight Rubber, calypsonians, rhapso artists, stand-up comedians. That's how we share with each other. So rather than writing a long essay or a long editorial piece in the Express and so on, just talk. Talk about your truth. Talk about what it is you're experiencing day to day. A lot more of us need to be doing this. Not just me. A lot more of us need to be doing this, because I am not the most brilliant person or the most brilliant mind, Caribbean mind out there. I'm just one person who just likes to observe things and analyze them and, pull from all the research that I could possibly get to try and make connections and figure out why things are the way they are. But there are a lot more brilliant people than me, economists and environmentalists and, political analysts who understand things and who have absolutely no agenda, because that's the thing with aliens, huh? We have no agenda. And by agenda I mean any agenda related to the current system as it is. The only agenda we have, if you want to call it that, is for people to become a little bit more empowered, and for us to preserve this planet, and for us to preserve freedom and opportunity equally for everybody.
Alien TV, as a Trini would say, is me and my big mouth and my big foot doing a little dance up. And now, before I go any further, for the non-Trinis viewing this, one of the keys to understanding a Trinidadian accent is to remember we are first of all expedient speakers. So we shorten syllables and drop unnecessary letters like the H in words that begin or end with TH. So thing becomes ting, as in get something and wave. With becomes wit, as in who you with. Now notice, in our haste to get as much information into your head in as little time as possible, we drop the verb are and turn you into you, which is a dismissive form of you. Confused yet? Okay, so that is why, for everyone's better comprehension, I will try to speak in standard English most of the time, or as we say in Trini speak, convent girl English, which, of course, it mocks those of us who went to the so-called prestige denominational primary schools, what you would call elementary schools, and then later on went to prestige secondary schools, or what you would call high schools. And, I mean, why would someone mock us for that? Well, if you got into a prestige school because you had a first-class childhood filled with piano lessons and ballet lessons and extra academic coaching and caring, motivational parents who saw your true potential and joyously worked to develop it, well, you have to take your pecan, because, I mean, excuse me, you did have an advantage in a part of the world where such advantages are in scant supply. So allow those who didn't have such advantages to just have their little bit of resentment, not too much. And those with the resentment, you shouldn't feel that too much, because it will just keep you angry and oppressed instead of angry and driven. But those of us who had, that advantage, we shouldn't feel too special or too superior. Because even Oprah says, if it weren't for the grace of God, she could be in the polar opposite position of where she is right now.
But as for me, I not taken any pecan because I was an ex-naps girl. Because I didn't come from the idyllic childhood either. The reason I succeeded is because I had a father who would cut my ass if I did not come first, second, or third in end-of-term tests. And let me tell you something, there were quite a few times when I did not come first, second, or third in end-of-term tests. So for those of you out there who know how it is to succeed via sorbamsi, well, cheers to you. Right now the world needs more Caribbean people to talk, because we have a unique perspective on the world. We have a unique perspective on life.